Hello YouTube and welcome back to part 7 of our Shogun Showdown Battle Royale, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing our very first song by the Japanese metal group Versailles, which is named after a city in France. Keep that in mind. And the song itself is called Judical Noir. And is it pronounced meant to be like that, or is it meant to be pronounced Noir or Noir? Because I know it's Noir Noir is the feminine noun because it has an E on the end, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced the same way in the masculine noun anyway, without the E and with the IR on the end. Aside from the fact that Versailles, they're dressed like Japanese My Chemical Romance, like how is it pronounced in Japanese again? Watashi no Kamimaka Kensu. I hope I've gotten that right. Watashi wa no Kamimaka Kensu. I'm literally just gonna try and get the pronunciation right before this video gets blocked worldwide. Watashi wa no Kamimaka Kensu. Watashi wa no Kamimaka Kensu. Oh, for fuck's sake, just wait here. Okay, now, at the expense of literally this video getting deleted or removed from the world for a second time, if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Let's begin. Judical Noir in 3, 2, 1, and...
道徳が崇拝それとも欺くだけなのかこの高説さえも傷を覚覚を与えよあらゆる空空と無実の美学さあゼロから生まれてみせろ魂が迷い込むまだ質のない白い宇宙例えば神と呼ばれるものが人だとするならば時は祝福された大地が動くのかそれとも空が回るのかあらゆる可能性求め神々の真心で人が人を裁きにかかる
was hot, ladies and gentlemen. That was really, really well done. You're okay, ladies and gentlemen? That was Judical Noir by Versailles. And let me start off, ladies and gentlemen, by first saying that this actually does have an English translation, which have been very few and far between to actually come across throughout this entire Battle Royale, and I do wholeheartedly apologize for that. And trust me, I have been trying to look for these sort of things, so I apologize if it doesn't come out as well as it should have. But I think we can redeem ourselves with Versailles. Profanity worshipped, or was it just a deception? Worshipping literally just mind-numbingly dull things. I think that is a deception, like worshipping the golden calf, for example, whilst Moses had literally, with the power of God, had just like freed the slaves from the Egyptians, that sort of thing. Forged even the hypothesis that was proclaimed: give oblivion, all emptiness and innocent aesthetics. Let's be born from scratch. He's talking about literally God to literally wipe out this planet, and who needs another mess when we can start over? That's a Slipknot reference right there, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. Soul lost, white universe with no material yet. Now, ironically, they say white universe, but it would have to be a black and white universe, because you can't have good without evil. If there was only good in this universe, then would that, because you see what I'm trying to get at is that if everyone was perfect, then no, that's just the sort of thing that couldn't happen. Sadly, for example, a person called God, not God as in a divine. Not as in a divine entity, but as a simple human being called God. If you are a person, the endless times are ripe. Ooh. Does the earth move, or will the heavens turn? Nice little turn of phrase there, if you will. Seeking all possibilities by imitating the gods. People judge people. The black sun is the punishment for this age. Match the turning gears, swap the power of heaven and earth. If the burning sun is the future of this earth, match the turning gears, swap heaven and earth sacrifices, power not to be defeated by anyone. Grab this hand now, they were black frozen sun. We were burning on the ground, ignite the sun. They were black frozen sun, we were burning on the ground, swap heaven and earth. I gotta level you, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could. I've got like a big smile on my face because I have a very particular interest in this level of gothic, macabre type stuff. For some of you guys may know this or not, but I did my entire A level in English literature on the works of the macabre, specifically the works of Angela Carter, who was a 20th century novelist who wrote the anthology, as many others as the Bloody Chamber, because that was the specific one I had to study. Then there was also the 19th century's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, or the modern Prometheus. And finally, there was the 16th century play Dr. Faustus by the great Christopher Marlowe. And one thing you had to note out of almost all of those examples, it was all of the stories, including the anthologies in the Bloody Chamber, where men were basically people playing God and were acting like higher authority by actually degrading themselves into brutal, nihilistic animals. For example, Mary Shelley she comes to resemble herself as Frankenstein's monster. This is in reference to the fact that she believes that her birth was responsible for her mother's death. But what I want to emphasize just again, ladies and gentlemen, is that it seems as if why would Versailles want to come up with a song in which they wanted to wipe everybody off the face of the earth just so they could start again in a perfect world? That's what I want to know. because I know apparently that, well, from what I found out is that this is a song from the album Holy Grail. So I'm going to take a hint that the rest of the other songs on this, like Masquerade, Thanatos, Flowery, Remember Forever, The Lover's Destiny, Vampire, Faith and Decision, all of these have got to link in the idea of nihilism, the idea of like religion, like aspects of religion are being brought into question. Like, are we deemed worthy to be called gods, to replicate his creations, or has the works of fiction actually given light to the idea that nobody has the authority to play God? In fact, actually, and listen, I don't really have time to sort of like go into those sort of subjects now, because those are the type of things that literally will take hours and hours and hours and hours to talk about. And unfortunately for me, I can't just use my information, my wealth of information on the likes of Shelley, the likes of Marlowe, or even of Carter. I'm gonna have you. It goes far, far deeper, and there are far, far more examples. I would need to back this up. I mean, I'll give you an example right now. There's the likes of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which I do own a copy of Dracula, but I've read about the first like 40 or so pages. But I'll tell you what. Historical macabre books to sort of like just to give you some ideas of the sort of things that I could use to back up the idea. Well, specifically, if you're sort of like a fan, if you're like me and you're a fan of Frankenstein, of Dracula, you're also a fan of maybe stuff like The Bloody Chamber and Dr. Faustus. There's the likes of Dark Tales, which is also an anthology book by Shirley Jackson. There's also stuff like, actually, Carrie is meant to be, I heard, a fantastic book by Stephen King. And then there's also the likes of Count Magnus and other ghost stories by M.R. James. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by who wrote was that not by H.G. Wells, or was that by... No, I was thinking of Robert Louis Stevenson. Robert Louis Stevenson wrote something else. I know that H.G. Wells specifically had a key eye in science, and actually I'll look that up just to make sure, just before we end. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, that's I'm glad we got that, because what you may not know is that Robert Louis Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the copy I've got, it contains other short stories. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is just the most popular one. So just like Dark Tales, just like The Bloody Chamber, it's an anthology of goth related stories. And you know what? And there's plenty of works in music that are just like that. And you know what? It really does come down to preference, as with so many of the songs I've done for RageCon. What do you want a song to be about? What is it that appeals to you that you will listen to? Whether it's from a lyrical perspective, whether it's like a stylish perspective. What is it you're after? What do you want to digest yourselves in? What do you want to gorge yourself with? It could be something you've always known and are familiar with, but you want to like relive the idea of why you liked it so much. Or you could try something that you've never thought you would like before, and like, well, I never thought I would really get all that much into the likes of Versailles, but you know what? It proved me wrong. These guys really, really pulled it out of the fire there, and I was very, very impressed. And should I come back, I might have to pay Versailles another little visit. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Judical Noir by Versailles. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to love you guys again in the next reaction video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.